All right. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good to see all your faces. I can't believe we are halfway through June, ladies. Oh my goodness. And we put our heads together. Several of us came together and said, wow, let's take this summer blitz that corporate is doing for us, but what could we do so that we can have more fun as a team leading up and feeding into this summer blitz that they have for us? Because what they've done, if you haven't already heard, is they took away, it's absolutely free to sign up as a Juice Plus partner right now. And it's for a limited time. It's just for June, July, and August. And so what they really expect, the reason they did this is they didn't just set a date and give us 24 hours this time, which I think is so much smarter. They're really wanting us to work on building relationships, having people get to know us, have us get to know people. And so what I really think is going to happen, and what we want to set you up for success, is we're going to teach you how to just start having such a funnel of people that you're going to be like Jake's going, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting to call people because I have so many people that are interested and that I'm in conversation with. And one of the ways that that happens is through social media. And whether you love it or whether you hate it, guess what? It's part of our life today. I mean, I guess I just have to tell people, just get over it. It's part of life. So, and if you use it wisely, I feel it really enriches our lives. It really enriches our businesses. If you sit there and scroll and compare yourself to what everybody else is doing, no, you're going to feel like poo, right? That's not, comparison is just a thief of your joy. So that's not what it's about. It's about, who do you want to build relationships with? Who would you love to do life with? Some of those people are going to say yes to Juice Plus and some aren't. But either way, we're going to be enriching your life and enriching their life. So got together with a small team of people to say, what could we do? I got to cheat here and look at so we are running a challenge. It's going to start this Friday, anytime during Friday, June 18th. It's going to go 10 days until we come back again on our Monday team Zoom at 11 Eastern, 10 Central on June 28th. It's going to be a 10-day social media blitz, and we're calling it the secret of building social media confidence in just 10 days. So I'm super excited because I'm learning a lot about social media. And ultimately, what I really hope you do is that you don't just do it for 10 days, that this gets you enough momentum going that you're like, oh, I get it. I can get up. I can post something every day. I fall down on this. This is a challenge for myself as much as each of you, because every single trainer that we have heard from will tell you, you know what, even if you do this for 10 days, if you're like, oh, nothing happened, I didn't get a customer. That's right, because it's all building. And people, this last training I went through said, you need to do this. You need to post something every day for 6 months consistently. If you you do a week and you post something every day, and then you don't post anything for 5 days, and then you post one thing, and then you take 5 days off, and then you post 3 things, there's no continuity. The algorithms don't work. People aren't going to build the trust for you. They're not going to see you. They're not even going to think of you. So I think it's very interesting that before we got started here today, that Jake shared a story about somebody had gone to a fair, seen a booth with Juice Plus, was thinking about it, still in their head, and then they see Jake. And then they end up ordering through Jake. Why? Because they see her, they know her, they trust her. She's out there, right? And that's what we want to be, where somebody is just gonna, maybe they're just gonna keep seeing, and we're not posting Juice Plus every day. Just a minute, I'm going to tell you some stuff. It's going to be so cool. So I'm super excited about it. And what the goal is going to be is that we're creating good social media habits. So we'll put money up for this. And if you participate even one day in those 10 days and make a social media post and then put your name on that on Facebook Team Ignite, you're going to go into a pot for a drawing for $50. If you post at least 8 out of the 10 days, then you're going to go into a pot, which we know will be smaller, right? There's always fewer people doing more, so there's a bigger chance to win. And there we will draw out on June 28th during our team meeting 3 winners for $75. So I'll give you either an Amazon gift card or I'll Venmo you $75. And you're the biggest winner because then you've created some consistency. Jake will be making a flyer of those people who did at least 8 days. And I'm sure she can put little stars by your name if you do 9, or maybe if you do all 10 days, because I think it's important to know, who are the superstars, who is saying, I'm making this commitment. And before I go to bed each day, by golly, I'm going to post something. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to get recognition in Team Ignite when you complete that. And then you'll go in those drawings that we'll have 2 weeks from now. Another thing that we thought would just be kind of fun, since we're calling it the secret of building your social media confidence, is we're going to watch that movie, The Secret. And I just watched it again recently. So if you're like, oh yeah, I watched that 8 years ago or whatever, it's time to watch it again. And don't worry if you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm into all of that metaphysical and those thoughts or whatever. Just come to it with an open mind. It's whatever you will take from it. There is science behind that of how are you, we want you to be a magnet. The reason I want to put this movie out to kick off this 10-day challenge is basically they're saying the secret is you're putting an energy out there and you're drawing people to you, or you might be propelling them from you with how your mindset is. And so we want to make sure what you're putting out on your social media, that you are using the secret and drawing people near you, right? We don't want people to go, oh, scroll past her, block her. And you know what? They don't anyway. Don't even worry about that. Okay, so let me see if I covered it all. So it's 10 days. It starts this Friday. We didn't talk about what time. Are we going to watch the movie like Friday night? Like, should we do 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain? Would that be good timing for everybody? It's kind of late for me, but I can stay up and party with you girls if you want a late night Friday movie. But then after it, we want to be able to talk about it as well. So I don't know, is that good? How many people would show up on Friday at 8 o'clock Central, and we'll just play a movie right here over Zoom, and then we can talk about how are we going to use that with our new social media challenge, and our mindset. How is that going to work in with our mindset? How many people are game? Bring your snacks, bring your drinks.
I would love to, but I'm going to be in Minnesota.
And I'm going to be on a plane. I think I'm going to Florida.
Oh, you poor thing.
And we are going to be at the lake, so I don't know if we're going to have any internet.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll have to see who can show up.
I'm free. I'll have my granddaughters, so that won't happen.
She doesn't go to bed at night?
She won't be awake. She'll be awake at 8 o'clock.
Really? Oh gosh, mine are all down.
And they're going to be here in Nebraska, so I got to soak up every second.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Just know it's out there. We'll put it out there for whoever wants to come. Maybe it'll just be Bobby and me. But
I think Vicky raised her hand.
I'll be there.
you raise your hand? Awesome.
Yeah, Vivi raised her hand too.
Vivi?
Oh, good, Vivi. And we're small today, so we'll advertise for people and let your friends come. Everybody, I feel like everybody could use a more positive a mindset or be very aware. That's what it made me do watching this movie again. It made me go, oh my gosh, sometimes I'm getting in the stinking thinking again. So we'll put that out, and that's going to go right along then with this 10-day social media challenge. So let me tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to show you just a little bit of video clip in a little while, but what we'll do each day is I'll kind of spoon feed you something that you can put on your social media for 10 days. Now you can look at that and totally change it. And I've been going through this Matt Morris training, and he does this social domination kind of thing. And he says every single company that he's been in, no matter what, he makes sure he posts something every single day. And it might take you 6 months to really notice a change, or you might, depending how your conversations go, it can go sooner. But he set up a framework that was so that you can use all the time, that every single week he plans a day that, and you can even take a calendar and just start plotting it out. Every single week he puts some kind of inspirational statement out there. So I'm going to post an inspirational statement. If you look at that and it doesn't inspire you, then don't put that one. Go to Google Images and type in the name of somebody that you think is inspirational, or type in the beginning of something. It'll come up with a whole bunch of images that you can use. So just know that means inspirational image. I mean, inspirational. Put something out there that makes people go, And I feel like it's going to be even more taken in more if you say why that's meaningful to you. You know, even if you're like, wow, I really needed to read this morning. I thought somebody out there might enjoy it as well. Put something personal of why are you posting that? Why did it mean something? Okay, so don't just grab something out of the air. But he always has one, so that's something easy to do each week. And then he also has a question every week. Think about, what would you like to know, from your friends. It can be anything as silly as, summer's here. I've probably put something out of, what's your favorite summer fruit, thinking of Lori, or or you can do with this or that, Starbucks or local coffee shop. Whatever you want to do, just to kind of let people. And then now I say, I got my answer in the comments. People want to know, what are your answer? These are all ways for you to get to know people along the way. So I'll have the different questions. I'll have graphics. We have Father's Day coming up. You can always go to Google Images and put in Father's Day. And if there's something there that moves you, so I'm not saying you have to do my images. I'm going to be putting things out there that hopefully get your juices flowing. Also, Matt Morris says that it's really good too if you are able to take like a picture of yourself and put the quote on yourself. Maybe you're making a face that goes with the quote, that anytime people see your face, they're much more drawn into that than just a stock image of something. That's why they're even finding more and more people who have such branded pictures. People aren't relating. It's just like, looks like a darn magazine, right? People want to know you.
So you can add the words. It's really simple. If you don't feel like you're techie, it's so simple. Most phone features allow you to add text. You can also, if you want to do a little bit fancier, you can download an app called Word Swag, SWAG. It's one of my favorite apps to use for just doing quick little memes. It's got a lot of really fun graphic or fonts, and I think it's free. I pay for mine because I want more, but and then there's also Canva. If you want to use your computer, you can use it on your phone too, but there's a free app on Canva. Really simple to make it more personalized.
And then it's just more fun. So I'm going to be posting something every day for the 10 days, but then I'm also going to post, he gave like a sheet of 66 cheat ideas. I don't know why they say cheat ideas. They're just extra ideas There's also social media calendar on the Freedom Revolution, everything. So every few days, we will have something a little more towards Juice Plus. Or you might even say, oh, I saw somebody do a post I really liked. You know, I saw Laura Smith do this great Juice Plus post. I'm going to go back through that, and you can just take her Juice Plus post and personalize it. The other thing I recommend is if they have a picture of their smoothie or their hand or whatever they're doing, and you know it's theirs, I recommend that you try to create your own, picture where it's more personalized to you. So I think it'll be really fun, and I really challenge each person, challenge yourself. Now we're going to go over a couple of weekends here. Sometimes we get a little lackadaisical on weekends, but I started posting things over this last weekend, and I'd always told myself, oh, people don't really pay attention on a weekend. Oh, people don't want to look at that on a weekend. People are busy on the weekend. I mean, I had all this stuff. I've had one day I just did a quick video. The kids were out playing in the rain. I mean, it's just your life, whatever's happening. And I just put that, and I thought nobody's gonna put anything, on that. I don't know what it's at. I mean, I got a lot of response from that. So I'm just trying, as I'm doing, I made baby food. I took a picture. It looks horrible. It's like baby poo and a food processor. So it's just different facets. So people
But it wasn't just that you made the baby poo, it was the question. That's what was very compelling about that post.
And the more you can ask questions or tell people, drop me a heart if you feel this way too, or you want to have interaction back and forth. In fact, I'm going to show you part of Matt Morris's he has a whole idea of why do we do this social media, but okay, now you're putting all this stuff out there. You're busy. You're talking to people. You're having conversations. You're taking it to the direct messenger. What do you do then? That's where people where they're stumbling, or they get into what I call the Ron Llewellyn nice guy, where he just will have conversations for 8 months with somebody, but they don't ever talk about Juice Plus. So.
Monica's got a word for that.
Oh, what was that, Monica? What do you call that when people do that?
Foreplay.
So Monica, tell us what happened this last month when you heard that you got to stop this foreplay that goes on forever. What happened with your business?
I believe I signed up 4 to 5 new partners in 11 days.
So tell us more about that. How did you change? How did you used to talk to people, and then how did you change it?
I sweet talked them, and I asked about their day and how's life and your kids, and I my first attempt at it was with my brother. And I called him and I just said, hey, I listened to this lady and she's super high in marketing. And I went into it a little bit and I said, you know what she told me? Enough with the foreplay. So I'm done with the foreplay. You need to talk to me and you need to tell me why. And we just went into it, and he ordered and then signed up as a partner. And I don't know if that's all done yet or whatever, but either way, he ordered finally after I've been talking to him about it for almost a year, but he has heard about it for probably over 2.5 decades.
Decades?
Decades.
Oh my.
So I cut the foreplay and he finally put in an order.
Sales foreplay.
Yes.
You probably try to preface that, especially if he's your brother.
Adopted, yes.
Well, and I love that because it is important. We do want to find out about people's kids and how they're doing and everything. But eventually we do want to let them know what we're doing and what we're excited about. We don't need to hide what we're doing. And we also want to let people know, hey, we're talking back and forth. I have no idea if this is for you, or maybe you know someone but my company has this phenomenal deal right now, completely risk-free way to make money this summer and help people and be part of a fun community. You know, would you be open to just seeing what we're about, or what we're doing, or however you want to say it? And we'll put some of those follow-ups in there, so that we're not going on for 8 months talking to people, or 2 decades, and we still haven't helped them make a decision or even ask them. That's a question, not to put you on the spot, Monica. Did you ever ask your brother before, like, hey, are you ready to get started? You're muted.
Oh, I was talking to Cordelia about muting her television too. It was never a why until I just cut it and I put it very direct to him, and I said, I want to know why. Because he had heard about it from his adopted aunt, and she told him back in February, or he told me back in February, oh, she used to try to get me to take that all the time. And he had other choice words, but those were that's what he said. And so I looked at him back in February and I said, but what do you have to lose? And I just dropped the mic and I turned around and walked away. And then after Jess King was Monday, my sister-in-law called me on Tuesday and told me that not only has her back been broken for 5 years now, almost 6, sorry, her hip is now also fractured and broken. She's not getting any pain meds. She got a 14-day prescription of an anti-inflammatory, and that was it. So my heart really hurt for her. And my brother woke up on his back in the middle of a camping or hunting last year. And so he was expressing to me his concerns and wanting to get his heart healthy and ready for hunting this year. So after Jess King on Monday, Casey on Tuesday, everything was just swirling in my head and I could not quiet it. And I just had to put it out there. So I asked him directly, I'm like, why won't you take this? What did she say to you that turned you off so badly for 2.5 decades that you will not take fruits and vegetables in a capsule? And his answer was very honest and so super simple. I just don't think I'll be consistent. I'll probably take it for about 2 weeks and then I'll just stop. So I was like, well, that is very honest. Thank you very much. You won't do that with this. You might take it for a couple of weeks and then you might stop, but your body's going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You're going to notice it, and you're going to get yourself right back on. So again, what do you have to lose? It's only for 4 months minimum. So he tried it. He put in 2 orders of omegas.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, let me show you a little part of, I feel like everybody on here, we know enough about, okay, yes, we need to connect with people. We need people to know us. We need to put ourselves out there on social media. Okay, we've done all that. Now what do I'm just going to bring you into his video of what do you do now that people are commenting on your post? What do you do with that? Is that where most people get stuck? Nothing. You give me nothing, girls, nothing.
I think Sheila gets stuck sometimes, she was saying. I heard she gets stuck in the continuing a conversation, what to say next.
Right. Usually out of fear of, oh my gosh, I don't want somebody to think I'm trying to sell them something, right? So we need to.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm stuck there, but I get stuck way before that. For as chatty Cathy as I can be, I'm not a good social media person because I'm just not, and I mean, I haven't been on, I missed Vicky's birthday. Sorry, Vicky, happy birthday, baby. I haven't been on Facebook for a couple of days. So I'm not very good at it. And I'm never it's the same people. I don't have it open up to the public. So who, my family, my friends, the people that are on it have been on it with me since the beginning. The people that aren't, it's like, how do you find that new audience without going public because I'm afraid to go public. I mean, I've had my identity stolen and I'm just afraid to put it out there for people that I don't know.
Okay.
But how do you find that new audience and bring something new to, like Monica said, I mean, you always have that person that you're telling them and telling them and telling them. And it's like, you want to just say, what the, and what's your problem? Just order it, try it. If you don't like it, return it, so I get stuck on lots of things when it comes to social media because
Okay.
I'm embarrassed.
You feel embarrassed?
Feel embarrassed to put stuff out there.
Okay. Tell me more about that. What embarrasses you about like putting what out there?
I guess I just feel like my posts aren't as cute and funny as other people's. I have, I think it's Robin, one of the girls in Juice Plus, she's sidelined to us. She puts the best stuff out there. And I'm always like, where do you find this stuff? And it's not all Juice Plus related. It's, I'm just like, I'm not that savvy on a computer. I still have an iPhone 6 that I think is, probably part of my problem because I sent a customer to my website the other day, 3 days. He couldn't get on the website, had a problem ordering, couldn't see my name. He finally called me and said, listen, if it wasn't for you, I would have told this company to go fly a kite by now. He said, because I could not get to anything that said Natalie Laporte. It was bringing him to the general public. And finally, I just did it the old fashioned way and took the order. But that's not what, they keep telling us. Oh, send them to the website, send them here, send them there. But there's no way of them knowing that they're on your website. And I called customer whatever, and I got to be honest with you, it was useless.
Well, just know when you go onto the website, you should be able to send them your direct link. So it will open up and it will say Natalie, but when you send them a link, it's a link only to your page. But I'm glad you brought these things up because I think what's that?
They're on your website. Because then when he went to, because I even tried it because I went to it myself and I never saw my name anywhere. So I was afraid to tell him to just order it for fear it would go to the general public and then
you can choose a name too. It will allow you to choose who your partner is. If it goes to the general Juice Plus website, it will ask you who if you have a partner.
Okay.
Yeah. And it could have just been a fluke that day because they're constantly re-upping, and changing things, but it should open to your page. And I recommend to everybody under your profile, you should have your picture, you should have your name, you should have your cell phone number, everything should be there. But let me address, you talked about, hey, I don't know about, you don't have to be public. If you want to build a big business, they say you should be going public because you want people to start saying, oh, who is this girl? The second thing is, I think we all have that feeling like, okay, just like I was telling you, who cares that I've got a couple of crazy family members running around in the rain? Who cares that I made baby food? Who wants to look at that? But it's just my life. There is no wrong or right. It's my life. And I'm not going to compare it to somebody else's. So somebody else might be at a water park and somebody else might have a gourmet baby machine or, it doesn't matter. It's just my life. So the idea is we need to be transparent in order to deepen our relationships. And you'd have to ask yourself, I don't know how many friends you have on Facebook, but have all of them been asked, to either join you in the business or to take a look at Juice Plus within the last couple of months? And because we assume, oh, they know about it. They know about it. Yeah, our family, they all know about it. But look what Monica did when she asked specifically, So why aren't you getting this? You have all this information, you know how much we love it. Why? Can you help me through this? Then he gave her an answer, then she could work with that. So I think we need to just be really good ask people questions, really get to know where they're at with stuff. And we're just going to have to swallow that pride pill or whatever it is, that if we really want to have a greater impact and we want to use social media, then we just have to put ourselves out there. And you know what? I have different things that I put out there, and I'll get 3 likes. And the next one, I might get 103 likes. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. But they said, people are still seeing it. It's still part of your story. Don't get caught up on who likes, who doesn't. It's probably going to come through eventually. Oh, the other thing that will set you guys up for success, that this trainer also said, the same as when we were in the accelerator program, they said it's really important to prime your who you want to attract. So if you go through and think, who would I really love to be on my dream team, or who do I just have on my heart and I want to help so much, I really wish they were on Juice Plus, start making a list of those people, and then every day go type in their name and go to their Facebook account, see what's happening in their life, love something on their page, put a genuine comment on their page. They say it really makes a difference. Do 5 words. This program, he also talks about go into groups that interest you and, talk to those people. And he just does it so easy about, let me see, he had, you comment on the post, click to add them as a friend, and then send them a message. So if you're in a group, like I'm in the charcuterie group, mostly just because I love seeing the beautiful charcuterie boards that people make. But I could look on there, and then I could type, I could write a love it. I could write a message on there. I could click to add that person as my friend. And then I could go and send them a message just like, wow, your last board really blew me away. I just wanted to connect with you. I sent you a friend message. I think you're doing a great job. Simple as that. But he will say, then if days go by and that person doesn't respond to you, then you're going to go back and you're going to remove that person as a friend. You don't want just a bunch of weird, friend requests or whatever out there. So that gives you a little control of what it is. And also, when you open up your phone for the first time of the day, or your computer, the first 5 people who are not Juice Plus reps, go through there again, love what they're doing, and give them a 5-word comment. So it takes just a few minutes. You're just so you have those first 5, boom, 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 boom. Just speak from your heart, make it genuine. Now they didn't tell us this, but I know if you really want to prime who you want people to see, that people that you really want to touch base with, you're right. That the same people just keep scrolling through. You might not ever see them. So go to their page, type a message, do it every day. And I did it with a person where I even went through, you can go through and like a whole bunch of things, because I hadn't seen this person, nothing had come through. I had no idea. And so then I sent her a private message and I say, yeah, I just totally stalked you. And I was just honest. I said, your post popped up. I didn't see anything from you in a long time. So I went to your page. I totally stalked you. And, I'm so excited about what you're doing with this, or I saw your son is into this now, or whatever. And I started a conversation there. And it's somebody that I'm so happy to put back in my life. So all of these things give you very specific what you can do on Juice Plus or on Facebook. So you're not just scrolling mindlessly. Okay, you're choosing who do you want to help? Who do you want to work with? Go to their page. Where are groups of people? Don't go to somebody that's in a Juice Plus group. Go to things that interest you, to something else. There's so many groups. Just type it in there and join groups, and then plug in, get to know those people. And then always the first 5, whoever shows up on your feed. Do all of that first, and then go make your post. And they said what that's going to do is there's so much more of a chance of the people that you want to see your post and you want to connect with, that it's going to come up. So we will go over this again and again. We'll type it out for this social media challenge. And remember, our challenge is only 10 days, but you're going to be equipped. You're going to have enough things, and we'll put other calendars in there. We're going to put the cheat sheet with the other ideas. When I look at all of this, to me, there's no reason, because sometimes I wake up and I think, oh, I'm not going to take a shower and do my hair today. So I don't want a picture. I don't want to be in this. What am I going to do? And if you can do lives, I'd really think it'd be cool if at least twice during this 10 days, go do a live. Maybe you're just showing your tower garden. He said people want information. So anything basic that you're doing, you might think I told the girls before, I thought it was so basic that I remember a long time ago, I put in how I cut up a pineapple quickly and efficiently. I can't remember who told me I should do that, but I was like, to me, everybody knows how to cut up a pineapple. They're like, no, a lot of people don't know how to get into a pineapple, So he said, make Monday mentoring day. What could you do a quick video on? How you make a smoothie with 50 superfoods in it. So put a big title on there, things like that. Anyway, I know I just want so badly to give ideas and let you, our ideas, if you do this every day and you see all these things, so every day there will be a post, you can just take that post and use it the way it is, or you can put your own flair, your own picture, your own personalization. Do whatever you want to do. You're going to have something that should get the creative juices flowing, that you're like, I got an idea. Just do it. Just put it out there. Even if it doesn't get any exposure, no likes, anything, it's part of who you are. So I'm going to just show you really quick.
Share a couple of things really quick.
Yeah.
One of the things you were talking about, going to the first 5 people on your news feed. So we did that during our accelerator program. And what I discovered was that my first 5 people, probably my first 10 people, were not non-Juice Plus people.
Mm-hmm.
So my algorithm was set so that I was seeing other Juice Plus people rather than people I want to attract. So I started focusing on people that I want to see right away, my first time of the day. Or sometimes there were people that I really didn't want to build a relationship with personally, but they were following me. And so they would comment on my stuff and then I would comment back. So that told the algorithm that we were friends, right? Or maybe they had sent me a message and I had responded. And then so they were showing up in my newsfeed right away. And it's not that they're bad people. It's just not somebody that I really jive with. So anyway, I started going to people that I want to see right away in the morning, first thing that I want to see on my news feed. And started, like Susie said, stalk them a bit. I didn't send them a message, though. That's really smart. I should have done that. I like that idea. And then another thing, I wake up a lot of mornings too going, oh, what am I going to post about today? And I don't want to take a shower. I'm not really doing anything interesting today. What am I going to post about? So what I started doing is, as I'm going through my day and I'm doing things that I feel like, oh, that's kind of fun, let's take some pictures of that. Or this is kind of neat, let's take pictures of this. And I'm just saving those. I used to just post them, feel like I had to post right away, but I'm not. I'm saving those things. And then that way, when I don't have something to post about, I've got all kinds of pictures to go through and share. So, and when I see something of somebody else's that I really like, I take a screenshot of it. And if it's like a meme or something, I'll save the meme too, so that if I want to maybe use that again or whatever. But I'm saving all these ideas in my phone in the photos. So just a thought for you.
Oh, and one thing he said, if you have funny memes, he said humor just goes so far. He said some people, he doesn't have anything else in common with them, but they always have something funny that he just deliberately follows them because he knows that they're going to come up with some humor and that it's going to give him a little giggle. So he says, you got a funny meme? It's golden. Post that. People want want some fun in their day.
I videoed my son yesterday. It was so goofy. But anytime you're around Colton, you got to have the camera ready because you never know what's going to come out of that kid's mouth. But we were moving my other son, and we had found these like prairie bonnets in a box of stuff that we had bought at an auction. And I said, here, Colt, I got a new hat for you. And he put it on and he says, wait, he hikes his pants up real high and he tucks his shirt in. And then he starts prancing around singing Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Where that came from, I have no idea. But people were, I mean, it brought joy to people's lives. A lot of people that I didn't even know were following me laughed at that comment or liked that picture or that video.
He said humor will go a long way. So, and he said, just have fun with, don't be so darn serious that everything has to be perfect or whatever. People just want to go, oh my gosh, I relate to her. You know, that's me too. Let me see if I can fit in a little bit of his engagement part of his video on here. I'm trying to think how I could share all of this, because this is his whole formula for social media: attract, engage. So now you're making comments back and forth. And Natalie, that is important. When somebody, you need to have comments back and forth. I'm not up to that. Like he says, everybody, you should respond to everybody who comments back and forth. Well, especially those that you want to do business and connect with. And then he's talking about connecting and closing here. So let me give you a little bit of Matt Morris.
Okay, so that covers engage.
You guys
Next
hear
is
right.
connect. This is where you take it from your timeline into the direct message. So once people have engaged with you on the post, you move that into the direct message. So you shoot them a direct message and you say, hey, thanks so much for your comment. I looked at your profile. You seem really cool. Where are you from? Okay. Now, traditional form is family, occupation, recreation, and money. I don't find that leading with family, that just never resonated with me. So I always say, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Kentucky. Oh man, I was there a couple years ago. I went on a hunting trip. Something to create some commonality, right? Where are you from? What do you do? What kind of business are you in? If you see that they have kids, comment on their kids every time. Your kids are beautiful. Oh, your kids are adorable. People love comments, compliments, especially if it relates to their children. If you want someone to like you, you like them. Okay, this is what I've taught for 20 years when it comes to cold market prospecting. If you
On internet.
we loved our kids for 2, 3, 4 years before they told us I love you for the first time. Okay, we had to love them first. So love on your prospects first and they'll love on you back. So once you, and listen, if you just send a friend request, and I've tried this, I made this mistake. In fact, I had someone reply to one of my old messages just the other day. And it was something I sent years and years and years ago. And someone had friend requested me. And I just said, hey, thanks for the friend request. And it was a spam email. It was just a copy and paste. If you're interested in this, making money, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh man, that's so tacky. I didn't build a relationship first. It's like, you know, you meet a girl in a bar and you walk up to her and you say, hey, you want to come home with me? Doesn't work real well. Same thing in network marketing. Sorry for that analogy, but You get it. You want to warm people up, create a connection first. And that's what allows a lot of people earn money from home. If you're open, let's have a quick call. Now, if you can get them on the phone, it's always going to be more powerful. If you can get them on a Zoom, it's always going to be more powerful. So that's typically, the first thing that I want to do is I want to get on a Zoom with them, a FaceTime with them, a call with them. Okay. I love your attitude. If you're in the travel business, if you're in travel, I'm a partner in a new concept where we help people earn free vacations. If you're open, let me know and I'll shoot you a quick video. Okay. Again, it'll work better if you get them on the phone first. I'll share with you why here in just a minute. But you're just reaching out. If you're into health and fitness, man, you seem like you're the kind of guy or kind of girl who's really into fitness. I've got an idea that you might absolutely love. If you've got time to watch a quick video, I'll shoot it over to you. If you get into a conversation, how are things? One of the questions that is great to ask right now, hey, how are you doing with all the craziness happening in the world? And they got laid off. I mean, there's 22 million Americans now who I believe have filed for unemployment in the last few weeks. 22 million, it's crazy.
Dang.
What are you doing with all the craziness happening in the world? And they got laid off. I mean, there's 22 million Americans now who I believe have filed for unemployment in the last few weeks. 22 million, it's crazy. So a lot of people out there are hurting right now, and you can be the solution. Hey, I hate to hear that you've been laid off. I hate to hear you lost your job. Are you open to watching a 5-minute video that can help you replace your income? Okay. I love your ambition. You have 3 minutes to watch a quick video on entrepreneurship. I think you'll love it. Okay, now, depending on what company you're in and depending on your personality, that's going to be different, but here are some ideas where you can simply reach out and pique interest. So, attract, engage, connect, and then finally it goes to close. Now, this is after they've seen a video, after they've seen a webinar, after they've been through some information, okay? Now, there's good news and bad news. The good news is online, you can talk to more people faster. That's the good news. What I'm seeing in the network marketing profession right now, a lot more activity. In fact, I'm seeing more growth. Our revenues are up. So, and this is what I'm seeing with my teams, way more activity. I spent all morning basically doing congratulation calls for new people hitting rank, okay? The bad news is there's a lower percentage closing rate. If you're not doing the basics, if you're not building a relationship, you'll have a much lower closing rate, ratio. It's always going to be lower over the internet than it is in person. When you're face to face, you'll have a higher closing ratio. The good news is you can go through more. The good news also is you can have a higher closing ratio if you're doing the basics. You're building the relationship. So 3-step setup. Okay, so this is why it's so much better to get on the phone than it is otherwise, because when you get on the phone with someone, before they see a video, you can set it up properly. Share your why. Okay, here's why I joined this. Be authentic. Okay, it's big and I'm all in on it. They need to know this is a big deal. Okay, and you're all in on it. It's not just something that you kind of do on the side. No, this is a big watch this at the end, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Cool. All right, awesome. Here's the video. You're on Zoom, play a video for them, right? Or you're inviting them to a live webinar, a live Zoom. Always set an appointment after the presentation to collect a decision. Again, we say that again, huge mistake that online, influencers or online marketers miss out on is they don't set an appointment to collect a decision. You just send out information. The reason why people join is because they're asked to join. You don't have to be high pressure, but the reason why people do things is because of pressure. Reason why salespeople lose sales is they don't ask for the business. You got to ask for it. You need to set an appointment. So set an appointment after they see the presentation. 3 things they want to know. This is the basics. I've been training on it for 20 years. Does it work? Can I do it? Will you help me? They want to see proof that it works. Hopefully your presentation answers that. Can I do it? meaning you just have them watch a video. You may ask them, hey, we just met online. I had you watch a video. Do you think you could show a video to other people? Yeah, awesome. Get right in, it's proven, it's been working for the last 84 years, whatever is true for your company. And answer these questions, you'll have a much higher closing ratio. And obviously you have to ask them to join. Are you ready to get started? Hey, what'd you like most about what you saw? They tell you, you say, cool, man, it sounds like you're ready to get started. Using the basics. Huh. Awesome, man, what'd you like best? They tell you, cool, I love those things too. You're ready to get started. You're ready to partner up. You got to ask for the business. So in a high level, this is the 4 steps: attract, engage, connect, and close. Now, here's a question that I'm going to ask you guys is, who are you going to be? This is something I had to decide 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when I started marketing online, when I started building a brand. I started thinking about, all right, how do I want to position myself? And don't take my answers as your answers. These were just my answers, okay? I'm the most powerful leader in network marketing. I wanted to position myself to be the most powerful leader in network marketing. I am like, these are the things I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about who I am online. And guess what? You can be anyone. You are who you say you are until you prove otherwise. I'm a millionaire creator. I'm overloaded with charisma. I touch, move, and inspire people. And I'm the motivator to the motivators. See, I do a lot of leadership training for leaders online. A lot of my lives, a lot of my posts and things like that, they're geared towards top income earners in other companies who maybe they have an organization of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people. You know, my organization's grown. I think one of the reasons why my organization's grown to over 1 million customers, and I've been able to become a top earner and, you know, produce the results we produced, is because many years ago, I decided who I was going to be. I'm going to be the mentor to the mentors. I'm going to lead the influencers of the world. That's who I decide. I'm like, all right, that's who I'm going to be. Now, these are different for you. Don't take mine as yours. You decide who you're going to be. And that should be your kind of overarching strategy with all of this that we're doing. If I can. All right, should be just us again.
Did you find value in that little tiny snippet of information? I'll try to see if I can put his question and answers. He's going to go on questioning, answering for like another 10 or 15 minutes. I thought that could have been a whole separate video. It was so good because he answered directly the questions that people had. So anyway, I just want to encourage each of you. We're going to be putting out this challenge. Remember, it starts this Friday and it goes until Monday, the 28th at our team Zoom. We'll draw for all the money, and there are always fewer people and the people who are achieving higher. So make sure you get your at least 8 out of 10 posts so that you have more of a chance of getting the $75 awards. There will be 3 of those, and then 1 for the general pool for everybody who participates at all. And some recognition and stuff to go with that. So this is just for June. We're going to have something fun and different for each month. But I thought this was cool that the team came up with these ideas to start social media, because just imagine if you stay strong all summer long, you're going to be filling this funnel full of people. You're going to get to know people more. They're going to get to know you more. And you are going to have a fresh pot of people to draw on, because so many of us, we're staring at the same people going through our news feed. We're going to the same places, or we're going nowhere. And this is going to change things up if you do the work. If you do the work. So let's see, I've got a question here. Anybody have any questions about it? Is the challenge just one post per the 10-day challenge? Yes, one post per day. So if you want a perfect record, you will have done 10 posts in 10 days. And I don't want anybody to do 10 posts in one day. The idea is the consistency. We're trying to touch every day. And don't get too hung up on time, but I will tell you, I am noticing personally, if I get up and do it first thing in the morning, I get more response than if I do it some random time during the day, or even after dinner. I seem to do okay. Have you guys noticed any of that? Maybe people are.
I just want to interrupt a second. So is this specifically for Facebook?
Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And if you really want to get wild, TikTok.
Yeah, or you could do all three, use the same post and get, I keep wanting to get into Instagram. Maybe this will be my push that I'm want to start that you're more likely on Instagram, it looks like, to get a following where people are looking, for somebody that has all of us. None of us can be, we're all so different. We all bring something different to the table. We're all going to have different people that follow us for different reasons. And you are not trying to attract every single person on your social media. You're just trying to attract your people, right? Your people that want what you have. And we're not going to worry about the rest. Doesn't matter.
Darren and I were was watching TikTok last night for a little bit, and there was a gal that came on, and she had a postpartum belly, and she showed her postpartum belly, and she said that every time she does a video like that, she loses 500 to 700 viewers, but she's going to continue to do that because she wants to let other postpartum mamas know that they are not alone, that there are other bodies that are stretched and that look like, not like you used to look. And it's okay, that is normal. And I just thought that was so cool. And Darren didn't understand that. He couldn't grasp that. And he says, well, why would she keep doing them if she keeps losing all these followers? And I says, well, number one, she's not just about followers. She really wants to send a message to people, which I think is really admirable. But number two, the people that unfollow her aren't her people. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really a really great lesson right there. Just weren't her people. And so she doesn't care if they don't follow her because they're not her people.
That's right. We don't need everybody to like us. Mm-hmm. We're never going to have everybody like us. We just need to like us, mm-hmm. Right? We just need to like us. So do think this week, because we will be talking to, let's get our mindset. If you can watch The Secret, it is on Netflix if you have Netflix. And we'll go ahead and offer that on Friday night. And those of you who can come, you can even invite other people. It's very fascinating just to bring up the whole idea of mindset of, just look what he did on his clothes. He decided who he wanted to be. He says, you can be anybody you say you are. So he put all of those things out, just saying, I am the influencer of the influencer. I am this, I am that. And doesn't he just kind of seem like this dorky guy? But he makes multimillionaires, and you would never know it. Like if I met him at a park or something, you would never guess it, but he put that out there, and that's what he worked towards. So, well, you guys go make it an amazing day. Be jotting things down, saving ideas for your social media. Yes.
We didn't tell them how they need to track this.
We'll put that out on, I'm just looking for people to comment when you're done. After we make a post, so I'll start these posts on Friday. When you're done, just put a check mark or say done or whatever. And then you can add up all your days at the end. And if you have marked that you're done, because the idea is we also want you going to Facebook Team Ignite and checking it, and go tell your people. If you have brand new people, they can do this. Oh my gosh, spoon feed them and get them into that. If you have people that have been around you doing this for 10 years, you know, it doesn't matter. We're all on that same playing ground. So, but let's have fun with it. And
I have one thing.
yeah.
The other movie that we discussed on Saturday, The Secret, it's on Amazon, and it's The Secret Dare to Dream. And it's with Katie Holmes and Josh Lucas or James Lucas, I believe. It's very cute. I like that one also.
Okay. Well,
And that's an actual movie though, right? Rather than a documentary.
Correct, yes, but still following the same concepts of what The Secret is and the energy and bringing
Right.
people and things like that.
Right.
what's that called again? I have
It's called The Secret Dare to Dream.
Okay, I'll look that up too.
Ladies, can I interject here? Jake, is that possible to put it up on Voxer or Team Ignite so that we all know? And because you guys know it's kind of hard for me to write everything down.
Yeah, we'll get it all out.
Yeah.
We'll get it all out, Deb.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anybody have any final words for us? Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I think it's going to be so cool. I really see people are going to have that light bulb turn on, and it's going to be a fun summer, and I'm really looking forward to see how many new people we have joining our team. Very, very cool. So joining each of your teams, and then that's going to cause rank advancements, and it's just boom, 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 boom. I can't wait. So, all right, you girls have a fantastic week, and we'll see you if possible Friday night. And those of you traveling, be safe. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Forgot to.
Thanks, Susie. Have a good week.